This episode brought to you by Vacation's all I ever wanted. Vacation had to get away.
This is Hot Drop, where we bring you premier PUBG analysis and constant support from our listeners on redbubble.com or patreon.com/hotdrop forever. I'm Lemon John. And I'm Cody.
I was waiting for Dave.
I was waiting for Cody.
That's the one we're going with.
Y'all fucks.
Let's get into
That's
it.
what we're going with. This is episode 72, The Stocking Stuffer. Why is it called The Stocking Stuffer, you ask? Let me answer for you. It's because it's short, all right? We all have lives. We all have families. John's over the sea. Daniel's in the Northeast somewhere where people talk like this. And I'm in my house. I'm on vacation.
Also in the Northeast talking like
all
that.
I ever wanted. Vacation had to get away.
So it's the little episode that you open before the big episode, which
Wait,
may or
you
may
open
not be
your
coming.
stockings before?
Oh, totally. You do it after?
Really?
Yeah, that's the first thing. So I
You
go, I
sicko.
get up.
Really?
It's the
Brush
charger.
my
It's the
teeth.
primer.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
fluffer.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, this is
Hunna-
new to me.
Hana P.
Hana P. Wow, I'm just blown away that you do it after, because then it's
I'm
like
blown
you
away
open the
that
big
was a thing
ones,
to do.
and then you're going to go to the small ones? That doesn't make any sense. Best for last.
Yeah, candy and cool down stuff. It's like
it's a
like-
cool down. They
Yeah,
should
it's like-
cool down.
yeah, it's like walking off after a run.
No. I'm
don't
not going to
understand.
get on board with this.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
We need our
Man,
viewers
I don't think
and listeners
I don't
to
think
tell
you
us
can
who's
go.
right.
I don't think you can go from like big presents to just nothing without that withdrawal.
Yeah, because then you start playing with the new presents. You just jump right
No.
into it. Like
No,
we say in
no.
every episode, let's get into it. I've never heard of anyone doing stocking second.
Never once.
Never once.
I didn't know it was a first thing.
Wow.
Well, now you look like an idiot.
Kate, have you heard of this? John apparently does stockings second.
All right.
does
Let's bring the
presents
wines in.
You've never heard of that?
She goes, "Oh wow."
Yeah, stockings first every time.
She's a plant. Like, what is that? What am I supposed to do? I get that.
She says, doesn't mean he's wrong.
Aww.
Shut up, Kate. Get out of
You're
here.
a plant.
All right. But speaking of gifts, that's not necessarily a
GIFs?
gift because you bought it.
I mean, it's
but
kind
it's
of a
to
gift.
yourself.
It
from
is
us.
kind of a gift because we weren't greedy trying to make money off of it.
We made no money off this.
However,
I've done the numbers poorly.
If you do the numbers poorly, we're in the hole. $100. But that's not accurate.
everybody should be receiving their calendars this week, with the exception of maybe the UK folk. But we have our first confirmed delivery. PCD got his calendar, sent us pictures. We want to see your reactions. We want you to show your pets a picture of them, just like you did. All right? Send these to us. We want them. This is fantastic. And maybe these pictures will make next year's calendar.
We must go deeper. Every single year we go deeper and
It's
deeper.
calendar inception.
I was very surprised how much PCD's pup was looking at its own photo.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
it
studying
was super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. And there's good news. We have 2 extra calendars. So if you are looking to buy one of the calendars, confirm with us that one is available through DM, and I will mail that to you right when we get payment. If you just send us, what are we charging for these things?
15?
15 bucks?
$50. $50.
29.99.
Yeah, the 15 was the Kickstarter price, and now it's 100.
It's actually 15 pounds. So whatever, if you want to do the math, Cody.
I'll just, it's actually.
Oh, looks like
my
we
mic
lost
cut
him.
out. My mic cut out. You get it, you know.
It's
Send us
$15.
$15, but just confirm with us because we only have the 2. Just DM me and I will let you know if it's still available, and I'll mail those out to you right away. I already have the envelopes and stuff. I'll just need your address and the money, and I'll get that right out to you.
This is limited edition, people. First
Yeah.
run will not be a second
I
printing.
will sign these 2.
Oh,
What?
Yeah. I will sign
my
these
God.
two as qualified first editions.
That's huge. We should have signed the other ones. Whoops. Sorry,
I know.
guys.
I was gonna add those, but you have all those stickers. I was just gonna throw those in there, and I was like, damn it.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Next time.
I actually, so let's move on to our next topic. Okay, we have merch, right? We use Redbubble.com for our
pretty
merch.
sweet.
All you have to search is Hot Drop. We'll be right there. I actually got all of my stuff in. So I got a phone case, which has our head logo on it, and it's pretty awesome. I got 4 stickers, and I put those on all of my Yeti mugs. They're fabulous. And I got a sweatshirt, which came in the wrong size, but I gave it to my son. And if you go into the Discord, you can see how freaking cool he looks in the oatmeal sweater with the green logo.
That's such a good collar combo. You sent it, I'm like,
so
oh my
cool.
God, I need
It's
this.
so cool.
It looks awesome.
So I was really, really pleased with all that stuff. You guys have been flooding us with pictures of your things. We got some baby onesies in there. There's hoodies, there's phone cases, laptop sleeves, pictures, clocks, which is a cool thing, all kinds of different mugs and stuff. Is it redbubble.com/hotdrop?
No, it's a little more complex than that. So if you go to our website, thisishotdrop.com, there's going to be a merch button at the top, and that will take you to Redbubble.
Yeah.
You'll have to click on the logo that you want to shop, and then it'll take you to a page where you can buy all the stuff that has that logo on it. So it's really sweet. The Redbubble shop isn't the greatest, so if you go through our website, it's a much better link to find all the stuff with the logo that you specifically are looking for. Because we have
Link
so
in the
many
show
now.
notes.
We have so many logos. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different logos, and all courtesy of Jesse. I'm going to shout out to him one more time. This dude is just a freaking genius with Illustrator. Is it Illustrator? It's not InDesign. Illustrator.
Yep.
Really awesome stuff. We're also selling the previously used hand-drawn collection as well, which is really sweet, done by Chumi Chumi. And this is just really awesome to see. Oh, and also on Redbubble right now, Matt Von Doom pointed out that there's a 20% off sale going on. So if you periodically check Redbubble, you might find that they're running a sale, and you can get a little bit of discount on the stuff. We don't have any control over that, unfortunately, because I would love to give you all discounts. Yeah. But this is just how they run the site, and you can get a little money back off your purchase. So all of this stuff, again, all the money that you give to us just goes back to you guys for stuff like this.
Cool.
Challenge of the week. This week, it looks like we took off for Christmas. Didn't get a new challenge this week. I assume PCD is going to kick it up next week with another challenge. However, the challenge last week was the most kills in a solo match. And it looks like right now Ray is on top, and he would be getting a Discord emote had he not been banned.
Which he has been banned.
Which he has been banned, so that's not going to count. But we do have another one coming in at the last minute. I believe someone on the mobile side, potentially.
No,
We're still getting a
side.
ruling on this. We don't really know, because it's not an official screenshot, but it's not up to me, so we'll see how it goes. But
I don't believe it is the mobile side. I believe
it is not the mobile side?
It is currently claiming to be the best at PUBG. Said looks like a tie at 15 kills.
Big if true. Big if true. So now my
Huge if
ruling,
true.
I'm not sure if it matters if the 15 kill count happened during the window of the week-long contest. I feel like it needs to. We don't have confirmation that this occurred during this week or earlier, so it's up in the air. But we'll have a winner really soon and a new challenge coming as well. We also have some more news about Discord, and I'm going to throw it over to Cody to announce this one.
So, we have been getting a good amount of people complaining or concerns about the amount of...
Or support.
Yeah, there's some support in there too. There's a lot of chatter amongst the Discord about how people are using the at Xbox, PC, PS4, and mobile tags. Obviously, we don't give you heathens the ability to at everyone because we have to have some power here. However, for a long time, we have been allowed to get away with just letting everybody tag every platform because of our numbers being so low and people looking to play. We are now well into the 400s on our Discord, very active, and people have started to ask us to untag them from groups because of the excessive tagging. So for the last week or so, we didn't let anybody tag anything. We want to stop that because we think that it's important that you're able to tag a certain platform when you are looking to play. So we're going to turn it back on. But we are making a disclaimer here, which is a relatively hard and fast rule, that you only use these @ tags when you are looking to play and don't spam them. So when you get on and you're looking for two or one person to hop in, throw it in there at PC, at Xbox, whatever, and then just wait. Hop into the voice chat, wait for somebody to come in, but please don't just at Xbox when you're telling somebody that the new Xbox patch is cool or bad or whatever. Yeah. We're just looking for it to be limited so that we have people who aren't getting 100 notifications a day for something that they can't join in on.
Yeah. Just use good judgment. I think that's the best thing. And we're going to monitor this again and make sure it's being used the right way. We'll have our moderators step in if we need to. But it's just kind of like if you're not using the Discord every second of every day, like some of us are, which is awesome, and you should be using it every second of every day. But thanks, if you're Tom. Not, and you get notifications, they're going to stack up and stack up and stack up, and eventually it's just not going to mean anything to you, and you're just going to dismiss all of them. And then you might even take the app off your phone because it's just frustrating to you how many notifications you get. But we don't want to take away that ability for you to tag other people to let them know you're playing. So we're going to use this, and then we're also going to ask you to tailor the notifications to your own liking on your device itself, whether it means turn them off for individual rooms or however you want to do it. We'll leave that up to you because you have that ability on the mobile app. We don't have that ability at the granular level that we wish we had with Discord permissions. It just doesn't exist. So this is how we're going to try everything going forward, and we're going to respond to your feedback as we go.
And you can always still ask us to untag you from a group if you feel like it's excessive, even just asking for new players. And we'll also post a screenshot in the updates so that you can see very clearly where in the settings you can, change your settings of the notifications. So hopefully it will be really easy for everyone to set up the notification style preferences that they want. And if not, you can check with us in the Tech Shack. We'll be happy to help you out. We would much rather you have an enjoyable, not annoying time in the Discord. But we really, our community really enjoyed most of the notifications and would like them back. So it feels right to bring them back.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great.
Moving right along. So we had a mobile night. It was a success, so I'm told, and I feel bad I couldn't make it. But really, I want to make the next one. I will definitely be there the next one. It sounded like it was a blast. There was well over a dozen people in there, hosted by the Sofa Kings, as always. But this week coming up, we have another event. The 24-hour charity stream returns from the Downward Spiral. This is this Saturday, December 29th, from midnight to midnight. Raised over $600 last time for children's hospitals, and this time, like we mentioned, it's to benefit Chefs Feeding Kids to fight child hunger. So get in and support him, join his games. He's going to need some help, especially at that last 4 or 5 hour mark. He's going to need that push, and you guys are going to be the ones that help him get over the line. So if you can't donate, just get in and play some games with him, and that's pretty much it. It's a great guy, great cause, and support him.
They should do a reality competition show for this, the Chefs Feeding Kids, where chefs get given a list of ingredients and they have to feed as many kids as possible,
or they have to make new foods that kids wouldn't usually eat.
Yeah,
and if the kids don't want to eat it, that chef loses.
Yeah.
Ooh, cutthroat. I like that.
But more importantly, let's help with this awesome charity and get Downward some views out there. So
yep.
We post his stream in the notes.
Yeah, we'll post the stream. It's twitch.tv/THEDWNWRD spiral. The Downward Spiral without the O's. And the A's.
O or A.
Yeah. Without the vowels. Some of the vowels.
In Downward.
Yeah.
We'll post the link in the notes.
Link in bio. Confirmed. Breaking news. The best at PUBG might not actually be the best at PUBG this week.
Just this week,
solo
people.
from months ago. That's his name in Discord, by the way. The best at PUBG. So you're out of the running.
Oh no, that was in secret. Never mind. I won't tell anyone.
You're out of the running. Ray is the winner. Had he not been banned. Congratulations, Ray, if you were still here and not banned. Xbox box?
Xbox box!
What's in the box?
T.
Yeah, so T is my toggle for mute, but it doesn't not type. You know, like if I'm in anything, it's still gonna type.
You should use a different toggle. That's not.
No, you should use
Not a
this
letter.
different toggle. Maybe
Yeah,
you should,
fuck you, Dan.
maybe-
Use T. Use T as the toggle button for some reason.
Right next to my reload. Makes a ton of sense.
That's why. No, it's because I don't use Y, H, or N for anything, so T would be the next logical thing.
It's the next thing. I don't know if it's the next logical thing, but we'll leave
It
that.
is the next logical
It's
thing.
next on the keyboard, that's for sure.
That makes it
not a lie.
logical.
That's not a lie. There's not a lot in the Xbox box. We're going to cut a hole in the box. Have Cody open the box.
Yeah. So
And find some patch notes, but not a lot of patch notes, because these are patch notes we already covered.
It's a
But,
patched up box.
yeah. Man, these are the patch notes that brought Vikendi to the Xbox, and they're basically the same as the PC ones we read out last week.
but here's the thing. Last week
PPS.
I did freak out.
There was a freak out, yeah.
So Xbox, I'm sorry, but you guys aren't getting my dumb as hell this week because there's a thing here that came out literally 45 minutes after we recorded. You guys have it on PTS. There's a lot of issues. A lot of issues, right?
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, people have been complaining pretty hard about the. I mean, look, there's some screenshots in our Discord about how bad it is right now, and people can't connect, and then there are issues with things loading in, and people are looking up at the ground. It's very strange.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
Play-Dohing, loading issues, even SSDs not really helping that much.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer because I think it plays pretty well performance-wise on PC.
Yeah. It's
How is
actually
this-
very nice.
How is this happening to a map that's smaller than
Right.
than Erangel and Miramar? Is it just because of the density? But it didn't happen on Savage, right?
Right. I played for
The
a
density must be
solid,
more.
it had to be 3-4 hours Xbox not too long ago, and it was all Savage, and I never had a single instance of a Play-Doh building the entire night. And apparently it's pretty popular here. Not popular, but pretty frequent as far
Yeah.
as poor loading performance on
Do
this
we
map.
think it could be this like server overload? Is it like
It
just
could
so
be.
many people are playing the new map that they're just struggling to render everything server side,
Could
and then
be.
that bleeds over to the client?
I also hope that maybe it's the servers that are running test. Maybe they're just not as good as the live ones. I don't know.
We did have some PTS issues. That's true on the test server. There were a few issues with that. So maybe I don't know. It's frustrating though to get new content and be super excited about it, especially when you're off
Mhm.
and you want to play and
Right.
that's all you want to do, and then it just doesn't work.
Right. But, however, on the flip side, there are no shortage of Vikendi dinners coming in on the Xbox side. People are playing it. They are getting in. It seems like it's mostly an early game issue, but I did see that, that one picture that Cody referenced, how I think it was Rossertron was like in the ground. Like there's some clipping issues with some objects, it looks like. So that's the
happens-
kind of stuff that needs to be taken care of.
That happens with like load, right? Where it doesn't load the ground barrier basically, and you fall into the next hitbox down or something.
I think so, yeah. Well, there's also those little areas on PC too. Like you ran into a invisible wall that was like a couple
by
pixels
the
wide.
fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
it
could
was-
run right by you if I was next to you, but you just happened to hit it perfectly.
Yeah, I like auto ran into like the one place near the fountain. That was interesting. I probably should have submitted that as a fix, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I
wow.
don't know if we'll ever find it again. The odds of you finding it in the first place were so slim.
I remember the angle really well because it was so surprising to me that I was just like I think I was like looking at Twitch chat or something. I was like, it was during our hot drop stream. So I like turned over and was reading chat, and then I looked back and I was just in the same place, and I was like, wait, what? So like the angle for that is kind of burned into my mind.
It's so strange.
Yeah.
But I do want to highlight a few things. So this patch, which is, like we said, currently on the public test server, has all the new stuff. It's got the map. It's got the red zone changes, the blue zone changes.
Parachuting?
The parachuting overhaul is not here.
It is not, but I also don't
here.
think that's going to happen until it comes out.
So interesting. Yeah, I'm curious why. Maybe
I think it's too much. I think that like it takes more of our processing power to do the new parachuting, and I don't think they can handle it.
You think so?
Yeah.
sounds like John's going to make a great point.
No, I haven't thought of it, honestly. I'm trying to go over it in my head.
Yeah.
The other one was essentially like a skeleton style parachute, right? You can go,
because there's less control, it feels like you would be correct.
yeah.
Like there's more variables now and more input method
Yes.
options, I guess.
Oh,
You know.
they put out the best update with this, which I'm just reading in the bug fixes. They
All
fixed it.
150 of them.
Well, I just happened to see the best one, and people can fight me on this in the Discord, but they fixed an issue where Harley Quinn's hair wouldn't move.
Oh my god. Thank the Lord.
That explains why they eliminated parachuting entirely, because clearly you would have moving hair as you fall to the earth at 234 kilometers per hour. Makes sense.
This also bug occurs in the list right below. Fixed a rare bug where teammates would receive friendly fire damage even if you weren't aiming at them while shooting. So I think the priorities are pretty good in between those two.
Yeah, no, that sounds right. So you do get the new weapon, the G36 or G6 as we like to call it.
Yeah.
There are level 3 helmets on the map still, unfortunately.
Yep.
And more vests.
So we had the Scorpion prior to getting
Oh,
the
good call. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're only getting the Scorpion now, which I find to be interesting. Of why you would kind of throw that bone out there when you could have easily added this into Sanhok. But I pick up and try and fully load the Scorpion every time.
Yeah, so do I. And I don't know why, because the chances of me using it are basically nothing. But I just like having it. It's just a nice,
But you know what I have found, because we have so much 9mm on this map, I am planning to use it just in case I run out of 5.5 ammo.
Yeah, that's true. There's still the broken loot tables of way too many Uzis.
I think they're doing it on purpose. At this point, I'm not sure they're going to change it.
I don't know if they will. They do mention that the spawn rate is at a midpoint between our maps, offering a unique place between the spawn rates of Erangel and Sanhok, which I see what they mean. Yeah, there's like an abundance of things. So it's not like you have, like you run out of stuff, but sometimes you're not getting the stuff that you need, if that makes sense.
What I do miss is long range fights, and we don't get a lot of those.
You don't think you get those on Vikendi?
Not enough. They're amazing on Vikendi, but you don't get them enough. I think it is the best map, hands down, for a long-range fight between squads specifically, but you don't get them as much because people can't find enough DMRs. Snipers aren't as bad, but DMRs are virtually ungettable. I
haven't found any snipers, so I will disagree with you on that.
You haven't found any? I have
not found a single sniper. I've found an SLR and a couple of SCASs and maybe one other that I can't remember.
I feel like once a game, somebody gets a Car 98. I have found one mini and 2 SLRs, and that's about it.
I think I found one mini the entire time, maybe 2.
It made me miss the mini though because I forgot that it existed.
Yep,
it's a good gun.
But we got Tommy guns just strewn all over the floor. What's
weird though is like I don't hate using the Tommy gun in an early game.
Oh no, I actually enjoy it.
I actually hate it.
Really?
I'm just going to be contrary the whole episode.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Please do. I can't.
Hi, contrary. I'm Cody.
It's garbage aiming down sights. Great shoulder aiming. I owned like 6 guys in the Dino Park maze using the Tommy gun. It was fantastic.
I love Dino Park.
Yep. Rai / the Preacher Life was there with me. We're going to call it Dano Park from now on. I locked that shit down, fam. Down.
It's a fun place. Land at bumper cars and go from there.
Yeah. Great spot to land. I think that's one of the hottest drops.
It's not even that any place is particularly hot at this point. It's
There's
that
a lot of people that go there though.
everybody can kind of get down and get situated, and because there are so many SMGs around, bullets fly faster.
Yeah, and it's closer quarters fighting.
Yeah.
To go back real quick on your point on the long range, I think one of the reasons I don't find myself getting in a lot of long range fights is first off the scopes, but second, it's so hard to see where you're getting hit from in a lot of long range fights, especially with the transition of snow to dirt and like the grass is really hard to see people in. And people have realized you can take your clothes off to make it really blend in with you. Like the surroundings are like really, really gray or really, what do you call it? What the hell's tan, brown? Whatever. You blend in if you take your shirt off is what I'm trying to say. So it's difficult to see people in general, I think.
Yeah.
But I like the long range fights as well. I really
other
like the scopes on this map. Like this 4X is a good spot.
The other thing about the long range fights is because there's a lot of places to basically take cover. I think it's harder to see people in general. Like there's a lot of hunkering down, sticking around houses, that kind of thing. A lot of people moving around, but because there's so much cover, you don't necessarily see it.
Yeah. And what is it, 2-3 weeks later, we still don't know why there's level 3 helmets in the world. They have not really addressed that. We don't know if they're staying. They can, and they just decided they're going to. I guess it's also to sell those level 3 skins.
Yeah, but I stood on the other side of this the last time, and now that I played with it a bunch, like I don't need the level 3 helmet in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I like the level 3 vest.
You don't want it in the game or
not
in the world?
In the world spawn. I like it in crates, but
yeah,
the vest I'm cool with actually.
Just okay.
It doesn't change the game all that much, but it gives you the little extra layer of confidence, kind of like my high school tennis sweat top.
Of course.
But the helmet really doesn't need a place, especially because you're not having long range fights.
So in the gameplay section of this patch, I see they decrease the recoil of the P18C, which is the automatic. Yeah,
which doesn't even spawn in that map, as far as I can tell.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it a single time. I've never seen the Glock on Vikendi. I'm like 90% sure it doesn't spawn.
I don't even register pistols most of the time. Like I haven't picked up the Scorpion on this map. I just don't like. I don't even think about pistols most of the time. There's so many SMGs. They also maximum number of forward running sensitivity has changed from 50 to 100. And they say the maximum value would stay the same. So if your forward running sensitivity was 10, it will change to 20. This is to have a more specific value. So it gives you more granular control for your forward running sensitivity.
Oh, I would find this a problem all the time when I'm trying to run at an angle. It would just drop me down to like jogging speed. I think that's what I'm talking about here. I think that should help that.
Yeah. So now you should be able to change that, adjust it a bit, and find your sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
They also added an auto reload option. When enabled, you will reload weapons automatically when you try to fire while your magazine is empty. By default, this is set to off, but can be changed in the gameplay menu, and they improve sound options.
I would turn that on all the time.
I don't know.
So if and only if it only does it when you are out.
Yeah.
Which is
pretty handy. I would just know that at that point that I need to reload, and I would hit that instead of holding, what is it, X or whatever, to just do it, because I know I'm trying to reload again, and it would just be easier for me to know that like I don't have to reload every time I'm in a little firefight, because I have a tendency to do that. I will fire, I'll down somebody, and I'll reload when I'm still in a fight.
Yeah.
And I would rather just know that like the next time I pull the trigger and it's empty, it's going to reload for me and I'm good.
This also is very helpful since it is harder to reload on Xbox. This will probably be a pretty useful thing for people on Xbox. I imagine since it's a lot of spray and you don't have as much spray control, that you hit your minimum, your zero. You empty your magazine fully on Xbox. So I think this will be pretty useful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only way I could turn this off is if it's faster to switch to another weapon if it's the first one completely empties and then I have to switch to my secondary, if that's faster than having the automatic reload start itself and then switching mid reload. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if there's a quick second where it could be faster to switch weapons if my magazine is empty versus if it's in a reloading state, then I will keep it off. But that's probably such a small amount of time that it wouldn't really make a difference.
Yeah, and I think based on my experience trying to switch weapons, I think it interrupts almost anything.
I think it does, yeah.
That you're doing. Climbing through windows and like going prone or whatever, it wouldn't. But I think most everything else it interrupts when you try to switch weapons. I think if you're healing, it won't interrupt that. But it takes a long time to switch weapons, so I don't think it would be like useful most of the time. You know.
Mm-hmm. You don't think it's useful to have it on, or?
I don't think that. I don't think you can switch weapons quick enough in battle for it to be of an impact most of the time.
I see. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Because the draw speed in this game is just super slow.
Yes. Yeah. No. This brings me back to Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Thank you.
For a similar setting, which was auto weapon pickup.
Auto whack it?
That's the worst.
Auto weapon pickup needs to be off all the time if you play Counter-Strike. But that is completely different than auto reload, I think.
Yeah, so Cody, this would, if you had a pistol in your hand and you walked over a weapon on the ground, it would automatically equip the weapon and switch to it.
No,
so
thanks.
you would have a gun that's completely unloaded just suddenly in your hands, and usually when this happens you're like watching a corner very intensely, so you're not looking at the ground, like trying to wait for somebody to peek you, and then they would hear that weapon pick up and they would just peek and kill you. This is the worst.
Or if you're like rushing with your teammates and like you have a pistol and they have an SMG and you're like right behind them and they die and you're like shooting at enemies and then you pick up their weapon which is empty. You're like, well, I'm dead. So that has to be turned off, but this is a little different. But it did remind me of that type of setting, which can impact your firefights. Going up to the section above this only applies to the Xbox One X, but you guys finally got your frame rate or resolution priority settings. And we complained about this. We probably did a dumb as hell on this, but this is the only way apparently they can make a fluid gameplay with this game on the One X. So you have to choose between a priority frame rate, which is a resolution of 2560 by 1440, enables VSync, which makes for a smoother visual experience, I guess, and it's a consistent frame rate. Or you can switch over to resolution priority, which means it gives you that 4K, enables VSync, and also gives you that higher level of visual fidelity while sacrificing some of the frame rate. So those are your two options right now. Coming up, you're going to have a dynamic resolution option. This is something that, John, I think you equated to buffering, like Netflix buffering and dropping to a lower resolution. This changes your resolution in real time. This is the best setting for ensuring an optimal balance between frame rate and visual fidelity, and they're still testing it, so it's not out yet. But this is what's available to you today on the One X. It just sucks that they can't make it a consistent frame rate at 4K, which is what this console was sold as being able to do.
Yeah, that's rough.
So
they have
hopefully
some
this
other
is a stopgap or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they have some other quality of life things in the patch. Minimap players can now further magnify the minimap. Player order consistency, which is something that we got back in Sanhok. Another one of those things that they probably just couldn't push out along with the Scorpion. Before getting this map out, they were just it's I think it costs money to put a patch on Xbox, actually.
Really?
Like
I
think there's
Microsoft charges you.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're probably not hurting for money.
Yeah, good thing they have a couple $2 billion.
But anyway, this is really nice because it'll keep if you stay in the same squad, you'll keep the same number, you'll keep the same player order, and you'll keep the same color if you continue in that squad.
Yeah.
They added a view slider for FPP so that you can change your FOV They added graphical settings, as we talked about, and controller guide can now be seen from the lobby from settings, which is cool because I guess you couldn't see that before, so you just saw a listing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting. Cool. Yep. And some performance stuff. You can report people now, the report player function in event mode. So you can press Y to report your killer. And then a bunch of
Actually, all you have to do, Dan, is say, Cortana, report him! Cortana!
And then contact us, and then Cody will ban whoever it is.
Yeah.
And then you'll be good. No more cheaters.
You'll be good.
Yep.
Is that it for the box?
Yeah, just one more mention. Harley Quinn's hair moves now. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that. And that's settled. That bug has been squashed.
Finally.
You can play in peace now and get those chicken dinners now with that piece.
I kept getting weird spawns where there would be a player that was completely differently skinned than either of you two in between me and you. So I would think like your indicator would pop up over their head and you would look completely different from my point of view. But then I would get closer and the number would actually be on like the person behind you, which was actually you. And I was getting
weird.
confused for a few games, but it was just
terrible.
like weird spawning. Nothing in game or like a bug or anything. It was just weird chance, I think.
Weird.
But Harley Quinn was one of them. That's why I brought it up then.
Oh, gotcha.
I was like, Cody, you bought Harley Quinn.
Wouldn't put it past them. Just out of nowhere. Just buying those skins.
Just buying all those skins that
Cody loves
Mr.
skins.
James.
All right, so yeah, initial feedback of this map, like we said, just not so great. Play-Doh, loading issues. Performance is not great, but the overall feel, look, and how the map plays, gameplay-wise, not counting performance, everyone seems to be really enjoying. So we'd like to hear your thoughts as well going forward. Let us know what you think, but just you got to test it. You got to get in there and play it and let them know what bugs you're finding, and that's how the game gets better. So do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. PlayStation Ace.
Okay, so there's a hotfix here.
There is a hotfix.
How hot?
So there is not a whole lot
Spicy.
they're talking about. However, is that good news?
I think so.
Like they released it, and this is our hotfix. Like this is the thing.
3 bugs.
That they 3 bugs. That's it. An issue where muting team management didn't function properly. They fixed an issue where ammo count sometimes showed as nothing. And they fixed an issue with the incorrect character movement when changing system settings while swimming or underwater.
I don't think this is good news, actually.
Ooh,
Good.
hot take.
That was a trick question.
John's making a great point.
No, I stole Cody's. Clearly, Cody was trying to set us up. No, I think these are the game-breaking bugs that they couldn't afford to keep in. They basically kept these employees over the holiday working on these tasks to get the game to not break.
Come on, man.
So yeah, muting on team management, that has to be like a huge turnoff for anyone who's trying to mute someone who's being like overly vulgar or just loud and obnoxious or anything like that. Like that needs to be in the game. Ammunition count, that would make me so frustrated to see 0 out of 0 in my gun, even when I'm picking stuff up. Like I think these are the type of things that could break the game. And incorrect character movement, I could see that being used exploitatively.
Exploitatively?
Yeah, drastically exploitative. The words.
Exploitative.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't see this as good news. This is just like, holy shit, we broke the game in these 3 ways that need to be fixed now.
And maybe we couldn't
I'm sure
meet the deadline if we tried to do them then. So this is just a carryover, like an after the fact kind of thing.
It's
exactly what hot fixes are for, which are like emergency fixes, right? Like these need to be done in order for people to stop like dropping off from your game servers.
Yeah. And think about it like this. They just launched this game on a new platform right around the holidays, and if they don't fix this shit, people are just going to go, this is why I play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
You can't afford that at this point, Blue Hole.
Yep.
Yeah, Blue Hole.
Yeah, PUBG Corp, a Blue Hole company. But we do have a mission, event number 2. They're previewing some of the missions that will be included in the upcoming Survivor Pass Vikendi. They would like to introduce us to a very special event, PTS Vikendi Mission Event. Like, great name. Just great name. So Vikendi is coming to PS4. You can download the PTS now, play the newest map just as of the time that this was released, which who knows when that was because they don't date their articles. But they're going to give you a preview, and this mission was to get 4 kills in a single match, play a match without using any healing or boost items, and survive at least 5 minutes.
Oh,
That's easy.
what?
Come on, we had an entire challenge of the week on that.
Travel at least 1 kilometer by parachute. Oh my god, so easy.
You guys are awful.
Get a roadkill using a vehicle and reach top 10s. Okay, so that one's a little more difficult. I'm okay with that.
No, it's not.
It's
A little more than just hiding for 5 minutes.
Yes. Okay.
And they'll draw 10 lucky winners from those who complete all of the missions to win a premium pass when it is released in January. And if a winner has been chosen who pre-ordered a bundle that already includes it, they will be awarded 2 5 level up coupons instead, which can apply to the pass. This event period is over. You missed it. Sorry. So I did not read this article ahead of time, but they were doing this to give you just a little taste of the missions. And I was looking on Reddit today. I was kind of curious what people were saying. I try not to go there because it's a scary place. But a lot of people were complaining about the pass. They were saying, like, I don't know if this was worth it for me to buy because there was one mission I saw that had people driving. I think the math ended up to be like 8 hours of driving a buggy. What? Because it was like something like 5,000 kilometers or like 50,000 kilometers. And someone did the math at 60 kilometers per hour. And it would take you like 8 hours to finish this mission. So,
and for a specific vehicle?
For the buggy. Yeah, very specific vehicle.
Oh my goodness, what a bad mission.
Terrible. Yeah. And none of these sound fun. What do you guys think?
These are all bad, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know a whole lot about Fortnite, but this PS4 thing specifically, I know a lot of people are playing. Okay, we already know the numbers for PS4 are much higher than Xbox, right? All of these teenagers are playing Fortnite, get these passes each month that are pretty damn cool for them, right? Mm-hmm. They're all trying to spend the money to get these passes and play and earn these skins and stuff. And this is essentially a knockoff of that.
Yeah.
This is a knockoff of a thing trying to poach players from a different game.
It feels like they're missions just to have missions, but never any thought to whether they're fun or not.
Yep.
Like this, I'm not inspired to grind on these things. These are things that will just happen, and then I'll see that I accomplished them because they were a goal that I had.
Oh,
I
shit.
Like,
at the end of the month. Yeah, at the end of the month, they go, oh, yeah, you earned this. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a bummer because there's a lot they could do with these, and these are just not exciting. They're just not fun missions to do. Sucks.
Bummer.
But for those on PS4, there's got to be some tips we can share, right? The game's still pretty new, so let's dive back into the tips section that we did a couple episodes ago and talk about some things for new players.
Let's.
The
map that you should play first.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and pick a couple of these. We put down some notes, and we'll share some of these next week probably too. So take it away, Cody.
I think you should start at the beginning. That's just my personal opinion. While there are better maps, I truly believe that you should start at the beginning.
Which is?
Erangel. You need to hop into Erangel, play it out for a while, jump into Miramar, realize that's total shit, go to Sanhok.
If you can wait the 10-minute queue time for Miramar because no one plays it.
I just think that it's important to start and get into the game the same way that we did. Like, I didn't start my kids out by watching Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, right? I went, we're gonna go back and watch Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Hold on, is Vikendi the Crystal Skull to you? Is it that trash?
Oh, I was gonna say it's a national treasure, and of course Indy would survive inside of a refrigerator when a nuke goes off. He's Indiana Jones, you plebe.
Come on. Well, Vikendi's a little bit better than that. That was a harsh.
I know.
That was
I'm just
a harsh
saying, like,
comparison.
You don't start at the end of a storyline. You start at the beginning of it. And so whether or not this actually has any kind of narrative whatsoever, I think it's important to start at the beginning.
Yeah. No, I follow that.
Even if it's subpar compared to the map that's out now. And for the actual record, The Legend of the Crystal Skull sucks. No one should watch it. I told my kids that it doesn't exist.
Thank you. I think there's some truth to that, by the way, the Erangel as the starting point, because I think the simplicity of the map and of the layout of the houses kind of allows you to focus on your weapon play rather than trying to figure out how you should loot or how to get around or how do I get out of this town. Like, some of the towns we drop in Vikendi are tricky to navigate and not so easily escapable, I think. So I think there's some truth to that.
You could see definitely like a map difference, especially because like they're like Unreal assets, a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
But you could probably see the differences in the maps very clearly, jumping in now, dropping in an Erangel town and then moving on to Miramar and Sanhok and then Vikendi.
Cool. Yeah, so speaking along those lines, I'm going to talk about some attachments that you want to pick up, and I'm not going to go into every grip. That's just too much to think about right now. But I can give you a couple recommendations. Your suppressors are going to be the best barrel attachment you could possibly have on certain weapons. I will say if you're sniper rifles, because the sound travels the longest. I think it's something like 700 meters you can hear a sniper shot from. And ARs. SMGs also helpful, but I think some SMGs, like the UMP, you might consider a compensator. But think about it also as you are using a suppressor to hide your shots from not necessarily the guy you're shooting, but everyone else around you, because the sound travels quite a far distance away. I think last time I checked, it was 400 meters for the UMP unsuppressed and 100 when it is suppressed, which is a tiny different, like tiny amount of distance, which is a huge difference. So so you're going to want to put that suppressor on when you can. And also obviously extended mags. It's absolutely crucial for a Vector. It's going to bring that 13 rounds up to 25 rounds. But once you start getting over to things like flash hiders and tac stocks and the differences between a red dot and a holographic, it's not going to make your gun that much better. And you don't really need all of those attachments to be able to kill people. That's going to be what my main point here is. Like, the good attachments are going to be the mags and the suppressors, but you don't need those to kill people. The trash is stuff like bullet loops, quivers, crossbows. Don't bother. You're going to want to focus on the barrel mods and the magazines and the scope that you want. Always pick up scopes no matter what. And pick up the loot for your teammates as well. Don't just leave it there. Call it out. Say, I've got a 4X, I've got a spare 2X, whatever else you have. Share your loot with your friends because they're going to help you get the kills that might get you out of a tough spot.
Well put, Daniel.
Thank you.
I would love to add that just a quick, if you're having trouble controlling vertical recoil, the vertical grip is just like a quick little thing.
That's like the go-to no matter what. You know, I feel like even if you don't know how your gun is reacting, pick up a vert grip and you'll figure it out pretty fast.
Yeah, we can do a deep dive into different types of grips, when to put them on, and also which weapon they should go with. Like, for example, a lightweight grip with an SKS is a good combination. But for people who are just learning the game, I'd say vert grip is a good one to go with because it's going to control the horizontal recoil a little bit to focus on the up and down. And half grip is a sort of halfway point between vertical and horizontal recoil. It kind of does a little bit of both. So those are the ones I recommend.
Am I wrong? I thought vert grip helped it bounce. Do I have it backwards in my head? I thought vert grip was to control vertical recoil, so it was really good on the weapons that bounce up really hard, like the barrel. I always put it on a barrel because it bounces really hard.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you are correct. Yes. So the vertical foregrip reduces vertical recoil by 15% and recoil pattern by 20%. It does not speed up aim down sights time, but the vertical grip is going to be the best for players who tap fire. So yeah, so it takes away some of the vertical recoil. I'm sorry, I was mistaking it for when the description was switched. Do you guys remember that?
Right. Yes. Yeah, it was really confusing early on.
Yep.
So yeah, that like the barrel is a really good one for that. Anything where you're having trouble controlling recoil. But also these are not like hard and fast rules. Like if you're using a different grip on a different gun or a different grip than someone else, like you're not wrong. It's just whatever you're used to, like how the gun handles that you like. So it's good to pick up the gun and the grip to get used to that specific loadout, but also you're not necessarily going to have that every game. So
yeah, it's
try out different ones.
Right. Put whatever you can find on. And sometimes like you'll hear people say like, oh, like the half grip is the best because I just shred people with it. And like the reality is like it's not a huge difference when you put a grip on. It helps. It's noticeable, but it's not going to make you suddenly a god.
Yeah, 15% for vertical, like it's a decent amount with big jumping guns, but it's not, like Dano said, it's not going to make you a god.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll dive deeper into attachments. I think we can do a topic. I've been meaning to do this topic for a while on the differences between suppressor and compensator, when to use each and on which weapon. Because there's definitely some times when you should be using a compensator, not a suppressor. I'm talking about when you have a barrel, for example. Maybe DMRs.
An SKS.
SKS, yeah.
SKS, yeah.
So we should talk about that one time.
We should. All right, so let's do one more tip. John, you haven't picked one yet.
Yeah. Let's see. I didn't pick one out. Let's say, what game type should you play first? Like, should you play solo? Should you squad up? Should you hit duos? I don't know if duos are in PS4 yet.
I don't think they are.
So yeah, what should you play alone? Should you get good at the game and then squad up? It depends on the person, I think, for the most part. But if you have a group of people that you can play with, I think, especially if they are not way better than you, I think it's very nice to jump into like an equally minded group, somebody who can help you get better with your skills, but doesn't mind that you might be a little bit lacking. Somebody mature, like someone from the HOTDROP Discord would probably be good to squad up with and show you around, try and get you learning everything. I do think dropping solo is very helpful for you to figure out the game, to get used to kind of the playing mechanics without holding up anyone. I get really frustrated when I feel like I'm ruining someone else's game. So if I feel like I'm being a dead weight, I'll just like start leaving things out in order to try and not lag the person behind, but that actually handicaps me. So it's something that you kind of have to figure out what your position is as a player. Like, do you need the hands-on training of just jumping in there and getting started, or would you rather you have like a kind of more of a mentor type person with you? I think squads are really nice to play in because there's a wide range of players in squads. It's not super hardcore veterans all playing together and all just murdering everybody, right? Like, it's a lot of people who are good playing with their friends who aren't so good. So you can have like these squads where your skill level is matched amongst the squad. So like let's say Dano is the best, right? He matches with the best in someone else's squad, and then I'm not playing so well that night, so I'm the worst, and I match pretty well against somebody in the squad. Because there's that wide range, it doesn't feel like every matchup is really hard. Whereas one-on-one, you kind of just have to only trust in yourself. Whereas I can trust in Dano to clean up my messes.
And Cody to just be really funny.
Provides singing and laughter, which is what you need in a squad. That's why they had traveling minstrels.
I will say, however, that as of late, I have been doing pretty well.
Yeah, you have For real.
But I will never be good like you guys, so I will always shit on myself. Self-deprecation is the way to get through life, guys. Come on.
Yeah. It's confirmed.
Which is important in a squad as well.
For sure.
But yeah, finding the right group of people to just play with consistently.
Yeah.
And personally, I'm a fan of just playing with the people. This isn't the best for getting better, but I like squad wiping after somebody dies. I know a lot of people do not like this. Like, it can lead to a lot of times in queue or it just in loading up. But I really just play to play with my friends. I don't play to, like, you know, get that dinner necessarily. I'm just trying to have a good time with my buddies and have some squad matches.
So you're talking about like backing out if we lose someone early? Is that
yeah, just full squad wiping. If we let's say Cody the trash player dies. No, I've been dying a lot lately first because I've been playing super poorly. But let's say I die first. It's not fun for me just to watch everyone do really well at the game. And even though I'm playing poorly, I would much rather just play with everybody.
Yeah.
It's selfish in the long run.
Totes agree.
That is selfish.
No, with all of your statements. I don't think it's selfish. I do think it's helpful if you want to drop in solo to learn the game that way and not think about what your teammates are doing and not potentially bringing down a team if you're new and you're trying to figure everything out still. Yeah. But I think solo or squads is how this game should be played. Duos and squads you need teammates. It's so much more fun.
That's how Dano and I started. We were playing duos like when we had overlapping time, but because we're in different time zones, like sometimes I would jump in for a few games after he was done and just like try and get used to the guns again. And you know, sometimes we jump in with other people, but it was just helpful to have both, to be able to play with somebody who is a similar skill level or something, and then just fun to play with.
Yep. Sweet. So look forward to some more tips going forward. Next episode, I think we'll probably share a little bit more. Hopefully we'll have some sweet updates for the PS4 that are not hot fixes.
Yeah.
But this is what we got for now. I think they just... Hold on. Hold the phone. Didn't they update the first person? They added some game type. If you're on PS4, you know it. I think they added some game types. If you remember last episode, we were talking about the survey for which game mode to add next. I think they did add some more. They also disabled some on the Xbox side for... Or is this... Hold on. Let me try to find this real quick. I don't want to report the wrong thing here. Yeah, here it is. So what I'm thinking of is this. Xbox players, due to an increase in users playing on the public test server, they've opened up additional first-person modes. So they have now NA first-person solo and NA first-person squad on the test server.
Oh, nice.
So that's nice. Yeah, getting some more people.
For Xbox?
Yeah, and that shows like the community is there. Like the player count is there to support that. That's
we've
huge.
we've been a million concurrent a couple of times this week, man.
Yeah. No, it's there.
Too. It's like they're there. They're waiting for content.
Yeah. Yep.
So speaking of content, should we just like hop right into PCP?
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll follow me, we are now entering the personal computer place.
Go ahead.
So we're in PCP, right? It's the personal computer place where we announce things about PC games.
Yeah.
Right. Because this is like the platform that the game was started on, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering, could you... So here's the thing. I went off the handle last week. I get it. There's a lot to go off the handle about. I was angry. But it's the holiday season.
Yeah, you were drunk.
So, Daniel, I would like you to just... If you could just roll that sound clip, I promise I'll just keep it holiday friendly this time. I'd really like to talk about how dumb as hell that is.
Dumb. Dumb as hell.
You're so dumb. Really dumb. For real.
Dumb as hell. Where's my patch? That's PUBG's ass. I need my game fixed now. Loot tables suck, but handling on trucks. We need the more loot in towns. Dumb as hell.
I knew you were up to something back there. You were so quiet. You're like, yeah, I'm writing this shit out.
Yeah. Muting himself, tip-typing
I got
away.
the idea like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, I gotta go with it.
It's true. It's so true. Where are my DMRs? Where are they?
I get it. Like they just launched this thing, but what the hell?
Yeah.
We're 10 days in, and you can't just throw us a bone about what you're doing to fix the things that we know are clearly wrong with it. Again, people are playing again. People are doing this. All right, now is your time. Capitalize on transparency, people.
Yeah.
Hey, we realized, okay, so we fucked up a few times. Here's some stuff. We're going to fix this. Here you go.
Yeah, and you're right. It's the communication. It's ripe for the picking right here. This week, they need to put out a dev letter saying, this is what we've seen so far after putting it out, and here's what your feedback is and how we're responding. That's what they need to do. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and they don't even have to, like, promise to fix anything before the holidays.
Exactly.
Just the fact that they're, like you said, non-communicative.
Exploitative.
I'm just trying to add that like suffix onto everything.
Additive.
Additive.
Anything ative.
It's the UK in me.
Yeah.
UKitive.
Across the pond. Changes a man.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's frustrating to not see anything. They could even do just a short recap of like the Vikendi update. Just be like, looks like parachutes are like people like them or whatever. And,
yeah, just mention it. Just say something.
Yeah, and say
something.
happy holidays. We'll see you in the new year, and then boom, you're done. Mm-hmm. I mean, we'd still yell at them for not doing anything, but that's because it's kind of our thing.
Yeah,
but
well, that concludes the personal computer place. And Tom was busy delivering gifts to all the mobile homes. I don't know. Tom was too busy. / we didn't ask him to do a mobile update. But
is he a meth dealer?
He might be. I mean,
or
I
Santa
don't
Claus.
have confirmation of either of those things.
Okay.
Why not both? Is what I say. Why not both?
That would be a good cover.
But he did mention in the Discord in the mobile section where he posts all the news, there was a tiny little bit here that says fill out the survey in the events section of your mobile game to get some free loot. I don't know what the survey is because I don't have mobile installed, but if you want to fill that out and get something for free for your time, you might as well do it. So mobile has Vikendi. The big update went last week, so you guys have already been playing it. There's nothing new to report at this time, but we'll keep you posted if any big developments come out in the next week.
Nice.
Did you guys see that thing that Tom posted in the Discord of the like that weird peak angle?
No. What is this?
I gotta look at it. So it's on Vikendi. It looks like this guy is able to jump on a sink and then an open door, and he gets like, I think he's clipping through. Here, I'll send it to you. I think he's clipping through in order to get basically free shots on people who can't see him. Yeah, he's clipping through the ceiling to look out the side of a building. It's pretty messed up.
Jeez.
Here.
This is on mobile?
No, this is on PC. It looks like.
How did he get this?
Huh.
I don't know. He doesn't say. It's just I'm guessing it was on Reddit or something because it's a Iffy Cat link.
Gotcha. So he's in the bathroom in Vikendi. He jumps on the door frame and then can look right through a house. And
yeah, the ceiling.
Through it.
The ceiling isn't bound inside the bathroom, so it's just like a texture. It's not like a bounding box, so you can put your head through it. And then there's a hole, like because you're inside of a texture, you're blocked from the outside, but it's not solid. So you can shoot straight through it.
And so you probably are completely hidden.
You're completely hidden, yeah. So he says anyone seeing this in game or get hit by someone that you just couldn't see, and it's because you're actually invisible.
Wow.
Huh.
This is hotfix material.
That's real hotfix material.
This would be annoying. I don't know if I would hotfix it. Like I obviously it needs to be fixed. Yeah. This would be pretty rough.
So would you hotfix it or would you not hotfix it? Would you?
I'm gonna. I would lukewarm fix it. It would be urgent for when I come back. But I am a developer, meaning that I don't want to work over the holidays.
Got you figured out. Busted.
Got him.
That's frustrating. But I think the things like this are going to pop up with new maps. There's going to be a lot of stuff that they missed or forgot about, or just simply
these are
didn't
new
have time to
textures.
fix.
Yeah, these are brand new models and everything. So it's going to take some time to work out the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
But just these kinds of things are very interesting to see when they pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, and we found the you crawled under the bridge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Same kind of thing.
That was another fun one.
Completely covered up, so you could crawl under a bridge, lay down, go right up underneath it as high as you can go. There's like a little hill underneath the bridge, and you could hide yourself in the dirt texture, and it can be completely covered up. No one can see who you are.
The bounding box, like for some reason, I think they didn't think you could get under the bridge, which is weird because it looked pretty obvious to you that you could get in under it. We were like taking cover, and you just like went prone and were immediately covered by the dirt. So similar type of thing, like the visual texture overlaps, but the bounding box is underneath.
Just that would be just gutting. If I got killed by someone who was under there,
we were
just
laughing
be
so hard
furious.
about it.
I know. I would love
was
to
so
use it because
funny.
that's the kind of person I am, but I would hate to be at the receiving end.
Well, it was just so funny because that was the game where we spent the whole that 2 minutes just prone crawling across the bridge to avoid any fire. So it was just like the icing on top of such a play.
Icing.
Have
Get
you
it?
guys
The candy is cold. Icing.
Have you guys played on live servers? I've been gone since it went live.
It's pretty good. There are definitely some bugs in there still, but it was a smooth enough transition.
Yeah.
Really?
Performance
Does it feel better than PTS, or is it about the same?
I would say a little better, not drastically better. I was still getting some some slowdowns here and there.
Oh, you were having micro stutters.
Yeah.
Did those stick around?
A little better, but still there. Yeah. So that's kind of a bummer.
I felt like my hit reg was off, but that could have just been because I hadn't been playing a lot lately.
I mean, there was definitely a time where I had a clear shot on a guy with the 45, the revolver, and it didn't do anything.
No spray, no nothing.
Like 4 shots to the face, did nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if it's a visual thing or if it's actually not registering. It seemed like it wasn't registering because he wasn't even making an impact movement. So
yeah, I never went back to confirm with replays or anything, and it was never like the guy that killed me in the end. So I never checked the replay. But it was pretty frustrating to jump on a new map and then just get destroyed and feel like I should be hitting my shots and not happen.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to change anything related to how the blood spray appeared. I don't know why they did.
Did they? They actually made an update to it?
Yeah, they like optimized it or increased the visual quality of it or something like that. We were talking about that a couple episodes back. That was in the notes for Vikendi. I don't think it was necessary to change it at all. I thought it was perfect the way it was. But who am I to
wonder
say?
what they were doing.
I'm not PUBG Blue Hole Corp.
Yeah, you don't put in texture bugs.
Yeah, no.
That ain't me,
textures.
Anything else about the map you want to talk about?
No,
I don't think so. It's pretty much it. There's a kind of a slow week. You know, we got Christmas and everything, and people are out not playing. I didn't get a chance to play it all this week, but I'll be on for the next couple of days. Get some more thoughts, throw in some more content for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should plug our own little stream here because that's what we do.
We're going to stream.
Every Thursday and Sunday, we stream. Somewhere around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or Eastern Daylight Time. Whatever time it happens to be in the Eastern Hemisphere coast.
Yep. That's
Twitch.tv / HOTDROP_podcast.
Now we make that hotline blend.
Could only mean one thing.
You have new messages. Hello, this is St. Mary's Prayer Center Ministry calling today to see if you need urgent prayer. If you would like to have someone from our center pray for you, please press 1. If you would like to no longer hear from us, please press 3.
Hey, this is Admiral Zakbar. I just got back from a long afternoon worth of man stuff with Cody. We were vacuuming and painting. And I'm buying PUBG on PS4 tonight because my PC is bricked for the time being. So come play PUBG on PS4 with me. Admiral Zakbar is the PSN name tag, gamer tag, username and password or whatever it is called. So see you in Vikendi.
Honestly, I cannot state how well the calendar turned out. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. Bye.